All right, y'all. We're gonna do this a little differently. Usually, I let y'all talk and tell y'all a story, but we're gonna do it a little different this time. Let me get your name and where you from.
My name is Dianna. I'm from Wilmington, Delaware.
How old are you?
I'm 56.
56. So, what was your drug of choice?
Crack cocaine and powder cocaine.
Crack cocaine, powder cocaine. Are you currently using now?
No,
So,
I've been clean since 2009.
so walk us through that. How did you get through recovery?
Basically, I quit everything cold turkey. I was on a lot of medications through doctors. They were prescribing me from a car accident, and that just escalated until I finally just quit everything cold turkey. And I've basically done nothing but smoke weed, and it's been keeping me sane and keeping me sober.
Okay, okay. And so you think the weed is a good substitute? You think
It
it's
is.
working out for you so far?
For me, it is. I use it for several medical conditions that I have as well as keeping me off of everything else that I used to use, as well as pills. I don't take any pills today. So, I'm very leery of even an antibiotic. I do not like to take any pills at all today. So, a Tylenol or anything. So, I just choose that I don't want that lifestyle anymore and try to, possibly get addicted to more pills to get everything started going again. I'd rather stick to the all natural. I use whatever home remedies I can, and the weed is for pain, and several other issues that I have, chronic pain and so forth. So it works well for me, and I am prescribed it by the doctor, so it is legal medication for me.
And how often you said you smoke marijuana?
Several times a day. I take a few puffs here and there. Probably, I do about a gram a day is what I average. So throughout the day, I do that whole gram on my own. I mean, just take a couple puffs here and there, and that gets me through, whether it be the anxiety or pain or whatever I'm experiencing at that time. It calms me down enough to be able to go on with another day without thinking of trying to use something else as well. So,
So it's perfect for you.
excuse me.
So it's perfect for you.
It is. It absolutely is. One medication, and it's not terrible for me and my body, and the rejection of my body and side effects that I get from every other medication, including antibiotics. My body just rejects anymore. So the weed, I have no side effects. I have no coming down off of and being sick. If I want to stop today, I could. Mentally and physically, that probably would not be a good idea for me. It does as well help with my PTSD and depression. Where I've had a few episodes that I did not have for several days in a row, and I got severely depressed in a very, very bad place. But once I started using the weed again, and probably about 3 days later, um, I started coming back around and I was fine by the next day. So, the cannabinoids and the THC in your body that you have naturally gets to a low point and causes the PTSD and depression, where I need the weed to level it out so that I can actually just function and be a normal person in society. So it helps me, like I said, in several ways.
That's good. I know the feeling. I myself, I smoke a little marijuana. So you don't see yourself, ever going back to none
No.
of that hard stuff, whatever it
Since
is.
2009, I have no intentions. I have no feeling of using anymore or anything like that. But that's just me. A lot of people do. They still have that urge years later. But for me, I don't. So but I've never put myself in a position also to be around it while it's being used. I keep away from the people that use. So, I just try to stay around the people that only use weed and, that's it. I'm not even one for alcohol. So, that's my type of people. If I stay away from those other types of people, then it's easier for me to stay clean. So that works for me.
So, what's your advice for, you know, somebody that's currently going through addiction right now? What's your advice to them to help them get off or to help them, stay strong and keep pushing?
Absolutely. Stay strong, keep pushing, take it one day at a time, sometimes one moment at a time. Some days you can only take 1 minute at a time, 5 minutes at a time. And then you work on the rest of the day as it goes. You get through that day, and tomorrow hopefully is a little easier. And you just focus on that period in time until finally you get the point where, okay, I've got several days down now. It seems to be getting a little easier, at least for this moment. And you look forward to those moments and you just work towards having more of those moments and celebrating small victories, whether it be, okay, I got that through that tough hour. Um, I'm proud of myself. I can do this. Type of attitude. Give yourself a pat on the back. Go smoke a joint. If you have the urge to use something else. Um, but I promise you, I've been using since I was 10 years old. And again, I'm 56 now. And it's never been the source or the reason why I went to a different drug. I went to a different drug because there was other things going on in my life. Weed was not, as they put it, the road to harder and worse drugs. The weed for me was a a road out of that because everything when I was feeling anxious to use, um, and I didn't really want to use, I would go and smoke a joint. That joint calmed down my anxiousness and helped me calm down where I didn't, it took that urge away, at least for that moment, until I can get to the next moment when I need, and whether that be a hit or a whole joint, hey, it is it's different for each person. So, whatever it takes for you to get through till tomorrow, that's what you got to do. Stay focused on now. Don't stay focused on, next week or worry about what's happening next week and stress yourself out because that's going to make you lose.
Well, I appreciate it. Appreciate you sharing,
No
giving your
problem.
story and, giving your advice out.
No problem.
Hopefully
I appreciate
everything.
you having me.
No problem, no problem at all. Like I said, I appreciate you telling your story and, sharing and giving advice to people that's probably going through it and need help also.
Absolutely. And I wish everybody out there to stay strong and stay sober.